Over a decade ago, a father took his family camping and brought along his digital camera. The trip was calm, filled with laughter and campfire stories. No one felt uneasy, no strange sensations, until later, when the photos were reviewed. The father, trying to explain it, claimed it must be a lens flare, but everyone who's seen it disagreed. The glow seems to take the form of a person, half turned toward the camera. The family still keeps the photo, though no one likes to look at it for long. Lens flare, or something else that came to watch them that night. In 2012, a young woman lost her twin sister to suicide. Months later, while experimenting with her first smartphone, she snapped sepia-toned photos of her dog for fun. The lighting was dim, the flash reflected oddly off the furniture, nothing seemed out of place. Weeks later, she looked again, and saw a face in the background. It was faint, blurred, but unmistakable. The same soft features, the same eyes. Only this face appeared to be crying, tears streaking down a pale, translucent cheek. Surrounding it were strange orb-like lights and a faint triangular shape, as if something unseen was framing her image. She couldn't explain it. Neither could anyone else. Was it her sister, reaching through the photograph to be seen once more? What do you think? A coincidence, or something far more personal? The Hotel Dieu Hospital in Windsor, over a century old, carries a dark history. Nurses have long reported hearing the laughter of a little girl echoing through the halls, even when the children's ward has been closed for decades. 7 years ago, a nurse took a picture inside a treatment room and captured what appears to be a small girl standing in the corner. Her outline is faint, her dress old-fashioned, her face blurred as if caught mid-turn. Security footage confirmed no children had entered the area that night. Yet many staff members claim they've heard her voice, soft, playful, just before lights flicker or doors close on their own. If you ever see her, would you wave back? The photo shows an old brick building with white columns and wooden railings. On the second floor, behind one of the glass doors, a faint figure stands in the dark. The shape is almost human, but blurry, as though the reflection itself had come to life. According to locals, tourists took this photo after stopping by what used to be a 19th century hotel. The owner's daughter vanished there long ago. Her body was never found. Since then, people claim her ghost still appears on the balcony, motionless, waiting for those who promised to return. The image remains one of the eeriest ever shared from the area. Do you think she's still waiting? Taken in 2019 in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, this photo shows a couple smiling at dinner. The lighting is warm, cozy, nothing strange about it at first glance. But behind them, something is wrong. A face appears, pale, blurred, eyes hollow. It doesn't match anyone in the room, and no one remembers anyone standing there. What do you think it was? In 2012, a student on a school photo trip took dozens of pictures of trees, leaves, and fog. Later that evening, while reviewing the shots, one photo stood out. Between two bushes appeared a dark, humanoid form, a torso, without visible legs, half faded into the background. No one remembered anyone standing there when the shot was taken. Some suggested it was just a play of light and shadow, others swore they could see a faint face. Even the trees seemed to bend slightly around the figure, as if it was actually standing there. Was it an illusion caused by the forest's light, or something watching from the other side of the lens? What do you see when you look at it? A few years ago, An older woman from a quiet mountain town went hiking on her usual trail, a narrow path winding through the woods, far from any nearby homes or roads. She often went alone, finding peace in the sound of the wind through the trees. That day seemed no different. She stopped to take a few photos, the sunlight through the branches, the distant peaks, and later, she posted them on Facebook. At first, no one noticed anything unusual. Then, people began commenting, asking who the person walking behind her was. Confused, she looked again, and froze. In the background stood a pale, distant figure, tall and motionless, almost blending into the trees. The shape wasn't there when she took the photo. No hikers had passed her. Was it a trick of light? A stranger in the woods? Or something that was never meant to be seen? What do you think? Coincidence, or something haunting that mountain trail? At first, nothing seemed strange about this late-night photo. Someone was simply checking whether the door was locked before bed and snapped a picture in the dark. But in the morning, when they looked closer, a pale face appeared behind a heavy curtain. The features are barely visible, eyes hollow, mouth faintly open, as if someone was watching from the darkness where the light couldn't reach. According to local lore, a woman once lived in that house and vanished without a trace. Since her disappearance, residents have reported glimpses of her, silent, staring from behind the curtains. Was it coincidence? A trick of the shadows? Or the last remnant of a restless spirit still watching from the dark? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. It was taken in 2016, two brothers standing at the front of Blackpool beach early one morning, the sun barely rising. Their mother snapped the photo, proud of her sons. Everything seemed normal, but when she zoomed in later, her smile vanished. Between the boys' legs, a small dark shape stood, too solid to be a shadow, too still to be human. They looked around the beach immediately after, but no one was there. The sand was untouched. The tide quiet. Some say the photo shows a lost child who drowned near that very spot years ago. Others claim it's just a trick of the light. What do you think? A camera glitch, or something still wandering the shore? Late one evening, a store employee and her manager were closing up when they decided to take a quick picture near the self-checkout. Moments later, a strange sound echoed through the aisles, a tone that wasn't from any alarm or phone. The checkout light suddenly turned on by itself. They left immediately. Later, when reviewing the photo, a dark human-shaped shadow could be seen standing beside one of the empty registers. Its proportions were wrong, elongated, distorted. When the image was brightened, the shape became even clearer, as though it was watching them. Was it a trick of lighting, or did something decide to stay behind after closing hours? What do you think was standing there?
Two lost punks just running through the back streets, through the back streets, sitting through the back streets. Two lost punks just running through the back streets, through the back streets, sitting through the back streets. Guess who's lit? Guess who's raw? Kick that door, break that law. Guess who's wild? Guess who's out? Guess who's foul? Guess who's proud? Guess who came to shut shit down? I whoop the monster,